Hello children, today we are going to learn new lesson which is lesson 7 in volume 2. So we have completed volume 1 and we are moving to volume 2. Sorry. So before moving into the lesson I would like to do some activity. Okay, if I ask you to close your eyes, okay, and if I give anything on your hand, will you able to identify what is the thing I have given to you? Yes. And if I ask you to close your ears, okay, உங்கள் காதை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிக்க சொல்லிட்டு if I ask a friend to talk something, okay, can you able to hear what he is speaking? Yes. And if I ask you to shut your mouth, close your mouth, and if I ask you to talk, can you able to talk and others they can able to understand what you're talking? No, it's not possible, right? So these are some of the activity. Okay, so these are all somewhat difficult for us, right? So even though we have some special power, means we can able to identify the objects by touching it. இது என்ன கண்ணை மூடிட்டு sometimes we can able to do, but not all the times. Okay, see, this is a story related to one small girl. Actually this is a real story, okay, not a real story, it's a real story. Okay, this is happened this is happened for a small girl. Okay, so this girl was actually born in a normal way. Okay, நல்ல குழந்தையா பிறந்தாங்க. She was very healthy as well, but between ஒரு 18 monthsல, okay, which means ஒரு 1.5 வயசு, okay, 1.5 years, okay, when she was 18 months, she was attacked by severe illness. உடம்பு சரியில்லாமல் போகிறாங்க. So she lost her vision and hearing capacity. Okay, vision means கண் பார்வை and காது கேட்காம, deaf. Okay, so by severe illness she lost her eyesight and hearing capacity, but till 18 months முன்னாடி வரைக்கும் she was a very healthy child. Okay, after she was attacked by illness, she lost his eyesight and hearing aids. Okay, so she becomes very angry for even a small thing. She broke all the things in the house. She screamed like anything. She was an unruly child, which means யாருக்கும் அடங்காமல் அவ்வளோ ஒரு அடமெண்ட்டாக. Okay, so their parents hire one teacher. Okay, so அவங்க இப்படி இருந்தவங்க, how her life was changed, யாரால அவங்க லைஃப் சேஞ்ச் ஆச்சு. ஓகே, ஸோ at the age of 6 her life has going to change. ஓகே, at the age of 6ல அவங்க லைஃப் வந்து மாற ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு. ஸோ at the age of 6 Annie Sullivan, okay, she is a teacher. Okay, so with the help of the teacher, this small girl's life was changed. How the teacher changed this small girl's life is the lesson. Okay, so shall we move into the topic? Yeah, see, so I told no one small girl, that small girl name was Helen Keller. Okay, so you might have heard this name Helen Keller. Yes, so just for a moment, blind yourself and plug your ears with cotton wool. This is how life for people like Helen Keller. A life in the dark, surrounded by silence. Helen was born on 27 June 1880 in Alabama, USA. So she was a healthy child till the age of 18 months. When she was struck by severe illness, Helen lost her sight and hearing as a result. So as I told you, she was a normal child when she born, and till 18 months she was very healthy. Okay, after that she was struck by severe illness. ஓகே, ரொம்ப ஒரு இல்னஸ்னால் தெரியல, உடம்பு சரியில்லாமல் போகிறது. ஓகே, அதோட ரிசல்ட் என்னாச்சுன்னா she has lost her eyesight and hearing capacity. Okay, With no way to communicate, Helen became an unruly child. She grew angry very easily and threw terrible tantrums. Tantrums means ஒரு கட்டுப்படுத்த முடியாத ஒரு இரிட்டேஷன் ஆர் ஆங்கர். ஓகே, ஸோ அது வந்து ஒரு கட்டுப்படுத்த முடியலன்னா ஷீ வில் பிரேக் ஆல் த திங்ஸ் அண்ட் ஷீ வில் ஸ்க்ரீம். ஓகே, லைக் தட் த கேர்ள் வில் டூ. எதையாவது காலில் கிடக்கிறத போட்டு கிக் பண்ணுறது, லைக் தட் ஷி வாஸ் டூயிங். When Helen was 6 years old, her life changed. Annie Sullivan, a young teacher from the Perkins Institute for the Blind in Boston, arrived at the Keller's doorstep. So I told one teacher, the teacher name was Anne Sullivan. So she was working in Perkins Institute, which is for blind people, which is in Boston. Okay. So this is a school specially for blind people. Okay, so we have a special schools, right, for deaf and dumb children, physically challenged children. We have special schools, right? So likewise for blind also they have a special school, which is Perkins Institute, which is in Boston. Okay, so the teacher name was Annie Sullivan. Anne was also blind. See, the teacher was also blind. She had been hired to teach the young child to communicate. So she was hired. Hired means வேலைக்கு கூப்பிடுறது. ஓகே, வீட்டுக்கு வந்து சொல்லித்தரதுக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ Anne's method was to spell out words with the fingers on Helen's palm. The child, although curious at first, soon became stubborn and refused to learn. See, close your eyes. ஓகே, அண்ட் இன் யுவர் பாம், உங்கள் கையோட உள்ளங்கை இருக்குல்ல, ஸோ அதில் வந்துட்டு கையை வச்சு ஒரு ஃபிங்கரை வச்சு நீங்கள் அந்த பாமில் ஏதாவது யூ ட்ரை டு ரைட் ஆல்ஃபபெட். ஓகே, டு யுவர் பேரண்ட் ஆர் யுவர் சிப்ளிங்ஸ். ஓகே, யாருக்காவது டேக் தேர் ஹேண்ட்ஸ், அவங்களோட பாமில் யூ வித் யுவர் ஃபிங்கர் யூ ட்ரை டு ரைட் சம் லெட்டர்ஸ். ஓகே, will they able to identify the letters? Yes, we can easily identify the letters. Okay, so you try this at home. Okay, at first she was very interesting. Okay, curious na romba aarvam. Okay, but later what becomes na romba stubborn. I don't want to study, எனக்கு வேணாம் பிடிக்கல அப்படின்னு she was refusing it. Okay, and tried hard for several weeks. One day she had held Helen's hand under a water pump and spelled the word water. So even though she was refusing and she was stubborn, she didn't give up. Okay, who? Annie Sullivan. Okay, she didn't give up and she tried, worked hard for several weeks. Later then Helen was came close to the teacher. Okay, so one day what happened, she took her hand and she kept under the water. Okay, and the pipe kadila she kept her hand. Okay, so on opening the tap, the water was coming, right? That water fell into Helen's palm. Okay, so that time the teacher was telling water. Okay, so she was connecting the things. Okay, oh நம்ம கையில் விழுற அந்த இதுக்கு பேர் வாட்டர் போல அப்படின்ட்டு she was connecting the things. Okay, so likewise she she started to study one by one by connecting the objects and their words. Okay, something suddenly changed for the little girl. She understood the connection between the word being spelled out and the sensation of the cool water. I told no, and the connection வந்து she was able to understand between the connection between the word and the object. Okay, Helen learned to spell that word and began demanding to know what other things were called. So she was very curious and she was demanding the teacher to teach more. Demanding na இன்னும் நான் கற்றுக்கணும் அப்படின்ட்டு. Okay, by night she had learned 30 new words. See, 30 new words. Ma'am, this is only 30 new words. I can study 100. Yeah, we may study 100. See, but she was a deaf and also she lost her eyesight. Okay, she is a physically challenged child, right? We can study 100 or 200 words in one day. For like this kind of children, it's hard to study, right? So even though she had completed 30 words in one night, okay, that was a great job, right? Yeah. Over the next few months, Helen learned to communicate better. Okay, month pass ஆக she communicate better. Okay, she could connect objects to feeling patterns of raised words on cardboard using her fingertips. See, for blind people there will be a board. Okay, அவங்க எப்படி letters identification பண்ணுவாங்க கற்றுக்குவாங்கன்னா there will be a board and there will be letters on the board. By touching the letters அவங்க ஃபிங்கரில் டச் பண்ணி they will able to understand actually what the letter was. She could also make her own sentence by arranging words in a frame. So later, months passed, she was able to frame sentence on her own. Okay. By the age of 10, Helen learnt Braille. Her next step was to learn how to speak. Braille is a language to read. Okay, system of reading and writing without the use of sight. நமக்கு பார்வை இல்லாமல் எப்படி படித்து கற்றுக்கிறது அண்ட் எழுதுறது எப்படி கற்றுக்கிறது, தட் இஸ் கால்டு பிரெய்லி லாங்குவேஜ். ஓகே, this was difficult for her. Okay, so having ever heard a word in her life, this was difficult for her. Slowly she learned to read lips by placing her fingers on the lips and throat of the person talking. So starting it was a bit difficult for her. Then slowly he learned to read. எப்படின்னா she was placing her lips, okay, placing her finger, okay, lips மேலே வச்சுக்குவாங்க. Okay, by placing her fingers on the lips and throat of the person. அவங்க தொண்டையில் வச்சு அவங்க கை வச்சா you can feel something, no, if anybody is talking, if you are keeping your finger on the lips or on the throat, you can able to feel something, right? Yeah, likewise. Soon Helen could speak well enough to attend schools. So now she was able to fit for school. Okay, she studied at 2 different schools for hearing impaired, which means partially or completely deaf. ஓகே, கொஞ்சம் காது கேட்கும் இல்லை முழுசாக காது கேட்காதவங்களுக்காக. ஓகே, தட் இஸ் கால்ட் ஹியரிங் இம்பேர்ட். ஓகே, 2 different schools she studied. Helen was determined to study further. She was thrilled when she was granted admission into Radcliffe College. So thrilled means ஆச்சரியம், because that the college was one of the very famous college. Okay, Radcliffe College. So she was very shocked. Wow, I have got placed in this college. Okay, அப்படின்னு. Here Anne Sullivan continued to help her to learn by interpreting lectures and text. Interpreting in the sense explaining the meaning of something. Okay, சில விஷயங்களுக்கு மீனிங் சொல்கிறது. Lectures and big essay, paragraph, text இருந்ததுன்னா she will explain the meaning. Okay, by now Helen had learned several methods of communicating, including typing. See, after that she had learned several methods. எவ்வளோ மெத்தட்ஸ்லாம் நம்மளால் கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ண முடியுமோ she had learned all the methods, and including typing also she had learned. This helped her write her first book, The Story of My Life. So this is the thing which helped Helen Keller to write her first book on her own. So அவங்களே அவங்களோட கதையை பற்றி எழுதியிருக்காங்க. தட் இஸ் த ஸ்டோரி ஆஃப் மை லைஃப். ஓகே, Helen became well known for her remarkable ability to communicate despite of so many challenges in life. Remarkable means appreciation, a worthy of appreciation. Remarkable na, even though she was physically challenged, but she had achieved many things in her life, right? So அவங்களுக்கு அவ்வளோ challenges இருந்தாலும் in her life she was struggled and she came over so many challenges. Okay, but she didn't give up. That is the main thing. Okay, she wanted to learn more about the world as well as help people like her. So she didn't stop her learning. Okay, she was very eager to learn many things. Okay, she born to learn அப்படின்னே சொல்லலாம். ஓகே, அவங்க ஓகே enough, we are நம்ம நினச்சதை நம்ம அச்சீவ் பண்ணிட்டோம், ஓகே வி வில் ஸ்டாப் அப்படின்னு ஷி டிடன்ட் திங்க். ஷி ஸ்டார்டட் டு லேர்ன். ஓகே, ஷி வாஸ் லேர்னிங் டில் ஹர் டெத். ஓகே, ஸோ அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஷி வாண்ட்ஸ் டு ஹெல்ப் பீப்புள் லைக் ஹர். அவங்கள மாதிரி இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு ஷி வாண்டட் டு help. She traveled to 35 different countries, giving speeches, sharing her experience, and trying to improve the lives of people with disability. She fought for equal rights for the disabled and helped bring about many changes. She wrote more books, newspapers, articles, and raised money for social causes. See, she traveled to 35 different countries. She was blind and she did not able to hear, but she traveled to 35 countries. Okay, so she was called by giving speech, guest speech, and sharing her experience and trying to improve their lives. அவங்கள மாதிரி இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு எப்படி மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணி how she can motivate the people to bring up in their lives. Okay, so she was asked to come and give speeches and sharing her experience to people who are like Helen Keller. Okay, she fought for equal rights for the disabled and helped bring about many changes. She wrote many books, newspapers. Okay, she wrote நிறைய books and newspaper articles. அதிலிருந்து வர மணி இருக்கு இல்லையா, ஸோ she used that money for the social cause லைக் ஹெலன் கெல்லர் மாதிரி யாரெல்லாம் டிசேபிள்டாக இருக்காங்களோ, she used that money for those people. Okay, at the age of 75, Helen went on a 5-month trip across Asia. So when she was 75 years old, she went a trip across Asia. Okay, 5-month trip. Okay, across Asia, encouraging millions of people through her lectures. So அவங்க பேசுகிற விதத்தில் everybody was encouraged. Okay, அப்படியே தட்டி கொடுக்குற மாதிரி பேசுகிறது. ஓகே, ஸோ ஷீ என்கரேஜிங் மில்லியன்ஸ் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் த்ரூ ஹர் லெக்சர்ஸ். ஷீ ரிசீவ்ட் மெனி அவார்ட்ஸ் ஃபார் ஹர் ஒர்க். ஓகே, ஸோ ஷீ ஹாஸ் ரிசீவ்ட் மெனி அவார்ட்ஸ் and she helped many people who are all disabled and who lost their eyesight and who was not able to hear. Okay, so she helped many disabled people, okay, physically challenged people, and she raised all the people's lives. Okay, so this women, extraordinary women, died at the age of 88. Okay, so finally this extraordinary women died at the age of 88. Okay, so this is all about the story Helen Keller. Okay, so from this story we have to understand that we should not give up easily. Okay, what we have to understand, we should not give up easily. Even if we fail for first time, we have to try it for second time. Okay, no problem, second time we are not up to the level, tried it for third time. Okay, we have to try till we succeed. Okay, we should have that willpower. ennala mudiyum, I can do. Okay, that willpower if we all having in us, for sure we will achieve many things in our life like Helen Keller. Okay, so bye, take care.